up, you guys? CeCe Clemons, aka Vibin Weirdo. How's it going? Don't worry about this. Typing too much, overextending the left pinky when I type, wrist hurting. Yay. All right, you guys. So, April 2024 movies ranked. Fantastic. All right, we're gonna do it a little differently this month. This was inspired by the homies Zack Attack and Kenny Sparks. They do their rankings together and they do it on the tier list. And I was like, I gotta use that idea. I gotta use that. Definitely check out their videos if you're into movie reviews. They are so great at breaking down movies and giving their thoughts on films. I would say overall, I enjoyed every film that I watched this month. Besides one, I did, but there was something about it I just disliked so strongly. That I would say not so much, but overall I had a great time. Now let's do this tier list. Let's see. So we're gonna do it instead of, I have a hard time ranking movies as it is, and I'll try to see if I can give my top movie for this month, which is still, I don't even know, I can't tell you right now. But how we're gonna do it is gonna be IMAX, full price, matinee, stream, and pass. And I'll be honest, I'm not going to have a lot of films that I watch in these two categories. That's because of the type of movie watcher I am and the experience that I look for when I go to the movies. Okay, so first we will start with Abigail. I absolutely loved Abigail. When I go to the movies, I like to have fun. I like to laugh. Give me haha and I will ya. I can't believe I just said that. That was wow.
Shame.
Wow. I'm gonna put it in there. I had a lot of fun throughout from beginning to end, and I love the fact that she's a vampire and does the whole ballet aspect. That was hilarious. That just added extra spice to this vampire themed film, and it was a different take. Like, you see vampire movies, we've seen Twilight, we've seen True Blood and other variations, but this one definitely set itself apart. Great cast. This girl right here, this little girl right here, this movie could have easily failed if she didn't have such a great performance. It could have easily been trash. This could have been a skip or just a stream, laugh at the house. But she pulled this film together. Not to say that the other cast didn't do a great job, because they did. But she really pulled it together and made this work. I will say some of the ballet scenes where she was dancing was giving very much Megan. And I love that. Yep, overall cast was great. Catherine Newton, she did a really great job. She needs to be in more roles like this. She was hilarious. This guy was pretty funny too. Alyssa Barrera did a great job, which is actually good to see considering the whole backlash with Scream. That was crazy. So outside of it being funny, they had a pretty good story. Tying it in together with the vampire world. Definitely some bloody and graphic scenes in there, which you would expect for a movie like this. But I'm glad they didn't shy away from that. I will say that there was some parts at the end, I think most people are on the same page, that kind of threw it off a little bit, just plot-wise. Like, did that really need to be in there? No, we didn't need that. But the laughs and entertainment was enough for me to walk out with a smile. So, look at that. That's amazing. That's a good pose. That's a good shot right there. So, with that being said, Abigail, I would say gets full freaking price. This is something you would want to watch at night, and yeah, it's definitely worth your full movie ticket price. If you're not into that kind of stuff, I would still say check it out. Just check matinee. But for me, I would say full price for Abigail. All right, and next we have Monkey Man. Oh boy, Monkey Man was amazing. It was incredible. What set this apart from John Wick, since that's the comparison people are making, this had the action in there as far as the fighting scenes. Maybe the amount, not as much. But the difference here is Monkey Man had more character development. I think at one point I cried, not like boohoo, but like a tear fell down, or it was my eyes are watery, when they went over the story of the main character's history, like what led us to this point. They did a great job at getting me emotionally invested in his character so he could kick ass. And kill these bad people. What are you talking about? Do that.
Yes! Domination!
As you guys know, I gravitate to vengeance-themed movies, and this gave me so much satisfaction. And knowing that Dev directed this as well was very impressive. This was very impressive work. I know there was notes of the shaky cam, but it wasn't enough to ruin the experience for me. I still had a great time with it. Ooh, that's nice. I like that. Yeah, I think this was very well paced with great character development, like I said before, and packed with more realistic action than what you get with other films in this category. Now, I don't mind. I like unrealistic stuff because, like, I don't want it to be like life because life sucks, right? Sometimes it's great, sometimes it sucks. I don't want that to be portrayed on every movie I watch, please. But seeing that in this type of film was really good and just very violent. Yeah, give me violence.
Destruction, domination.
We had vengeance movies all month. It was fantastic. So with that being said, Monkey Man, what do we do for you, buddy? I'm going to put that at full price. Okay, continuing on the vengeance train, let's do what is it called again? Hold on, it's a long title. The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. We're going to go with that one next. Starring Henry Cavill, Alan Ritchson, and some other stars, Isaac Gonzalez. They definitely could have done better with the marketing for this, especially considering the title. This title alone is not going to get the average person to go to the movies to watch it, which showed in the box office. So I expect to like this movie. I didn't expect to love it as much as I did. Henry Cavill did a great job. Alan Ritchson, holy, that guy went ham on this, like beast mode. And I didn't even realize until the movie started that it was based on a true story or inspired by a true story. So that was really cool. It was like pretty funny. It made me laugh as well as it was a great crowd for that one too. Yeah, for a movie set in 1940s, this definitely had me at the edge of my seat and really excited and anticipating what would happen next. Yeah, and the fight scenes were really awesome. Their shooting scenes as well. They did a really great job of capturing that on the screen. And again, Alan Ritchson, Jesus, that guy's a beast in these streets. You got a group of people teaming up together to kill some Nazis. Sign me up. And for me personally, it was surprisingly diverse as far as the people that they teamed up with to get this done. Knowing that this is ultimately for a good cause and getting to see bad people get hurt and killed and die.
Destruction, domination.
Overall, I really loved it. I did not expect to enjoy it as much as I did. I had a blast with this, and I would definitely check it out if you're into that kind of thing. So for Gentlemanly Warfare, it was great, but I would give that full price. Yeah, that wasn't an IMAX type of experience, but that I would say full price. I told y'all, this month, I've had a great month for movies. Like, I haven't really been super duper disappointed. All right, and next we have Civil War. This one right here, unfortunately, this was the one. This was the one that I didn't like very much. Now, the cast was great. The actors did their thing. It was very well shot. I didn't even watch this on IMAX, but there were certain scenes I was like, oh man, this is incredible. The sound design was awesome as well. Like, the movie theater I'm in, the sound quality, it's good, but it's not the best. I have to travel for that. But the sound hit different on this one. Things were louder, quality was better. I was like, oh, okay, this movie is definitely like this set apart from other films. So with that being said, I think the story was good. I wasn't fully understanding like the whole Civil War aspect. Like, what is the Civil War? What's going on? Or maybe they broke it down and I wasn't paying attention. And for a movie titled Civil War, it was slow paced for me. I did that uncomfortable squirm in the seat, like, ooh, I'm getting a little restless here. What's going on? And some scenes are brutally savage. Like, these films this month haven't been shying away from the brutality. You're going to see some blood today. You're going to see some guts. You're going to see some brains blown out. You're going to see it. And so that was fun, I guess. Kind of. Don't judge me.
Shame.
The main thing, I think I would have had a better experience with this if the way that they wrote one particular character, I don't want to get into spoilers, but the young girl, Jessie, her character, the way, and maybe that's just great writing and great acting. But for me, it doesn't matter how great a movie is. If you write a certain character, especially if they're like a part of the main cast, if I don't like them, if I hate them, or dislike them that much, I'm not gonna like the whole movie. It spoils the whole movie for me. Maybe it shouldn't be that way, but that's just how I am. Like, I hate this person so much that I don't like the movie. Because they're the movie. They like make up a majority of this film. And I just found myself outside of the parts that were a little slow paced and not fully understanding the whole Civil War aspect. It just like, I just left like little unsatisfied. That's the best way for me to describe it. So overall, I would say it's fine. I can understand people love it. I absolutely do. It's that character that I'm over here looking like a grandma. That character right there, I just hate her. And great job for the writing on that, because if that's what you wanted me to do, I'm doing it, dang it. Mission freaking accomplished. Freaking fricks. But yeah, overall it was fine, just not my cup of tea. Some people love it, and I understand why. Some people are on board with me. Yeah, a lot of mixed reactions on this one. But so with that being said, Civil War, we're gonna give that a matinee. Like, I still think that's worth a trip to the movies, but we're gonna watch a movie like that in the early afternoon. Get that out the way. So even if it was a little disappointing, you didn't pay the full price, whatever. All right, y'all. All right, next is The First Omen. So I haven't watched any of the other Omen films at all. I came into this blind. Overall, I had a good time with it. It was just a little boring for a good chunk of the movie. I wasn't as uncomfortable or squirmy like Civil War, but it was still, it was boring at a lot of parts. And, you know, when I'm trying to watch a scary movie, I need to have non-boredom for me to really enjoy it. So for it to not be there, kind of sucked, but it's okay. What I will say is the lead actress, this girl right here, this woman right here, not a girl, woman, she was the best part of the film. Her acting was incredible. The whole cast was solid, but she definitely stood out. The possession scene, oh my God. I was so impressed with it. It's hands down the best scene like that I've seen ever. Now the best overall performance is Evil Dead Rise. We ain't even gonna play with that. She get that, but like the actual possession part, the best I've seen, hands down. There's nothing even close to it. And I think they captured the Sinister theme very well. I definitely felt Sinister vibes throughout. Like that right there, immediately no. Things that kind of happened towards the end was weird, but that's a part of the whole Omen. So, and also some very graphic scenes as well. Actually, yeah, very graphic. I just want to let you know before you get into it, okay? Wonderful. I just couldn't believe what I had seen on the screen. I was like, oh, we seeing that. They're showing it. Wow. Incredible. And there were some parts that were very similar to Immaculate. Which was cool, you know. It was just like the timing, like maybe we could have got like a full 30 days before we had another movie kind of like that. But there's definitely a lot of pieces that sets it apart from Immaculate and vice versa. But, you know, it's just something that couldn't be avoided. And overall, an okay film. I didn't hate it, but didn't love it. So with that being said, we're going to put The First Omen at, I'm going to give that a matinee. Still go out to watch it. It's definitely worth it on the big screen, especially certain shots. Yeah, you just get it discounted. Watch it earlier. That way it's, you know, not as easy for you to go to sleep when you're watching it. I'm strategic when I watch my movies. If I know I'm probably going to be sleepy or not as engaged with it, let's go ahead and watch that earlier in the afternoon versus nighttime. I'm also like an old woman. I like to go to bed at a good time, so. All right, shut up. Okay, Boy Meets World. No, I did that again. I keep doing that. Boy Kills World. All right, so like the thing about it is, didn't hear nothing. The only reason I knew about it is I was on AMC app and I saw the picture and I said, "Oh, what's that?" That's the only reason. So marketing terrible for this. No one really knows about it or cares to know or has heard about this. And I was actually disappointed because when I went to the movies to watch this, I had to travel an hour because it wasn't available in my local area. And there was no one else at the showing I went to. And that was also like earlier in the day. So I'll say that. But yeah, I was like, yeah, nobody's watching this. I loved this movie. I had a great time. Bill Skarsgård did an amazing job. Definitely got ripped for the role. Like, okay, Bill, I see you. And I know he's going to be playing in the new Crow movie coming out. Great cast. Hilarious. Especially with him being deaf and mute. He didn't remember like what he sounds like. So he went off of a video game, a voice. So what's narrating like the whole movie is this video game voice throughout. And it was hilarious. It was so much action, and the action was good. I'm looking like, oh my God. I wasn't expecting to get all of that in this movie, considering the lack of marketing and promoting for this. I didn't know we were gonna have all this like beautiful, wonderful, tasty violence in here. Oh my gosh, this is incredible. And of course, Vengeance movie signed me up immediately as don't play. But yeah, it was funny, great acting, great fighting scenes, bloody, and overall a good story, a nice plot twist. Like it had me like, oh shit, oh, that extra got me. I didn't see that one coming. So really great job on that. I would say I feel like they could have developed the plot a little better for people he was after, the person he was after. And I would say if the music was better, that soundtrack, it was fine. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't like bad or anything. But what was missing to make this like a 10 out of 10, one of my favorite movies of all time, was the soundtrack. It was just lacking. Felt like it would have taken it over the top for me. But even with that, I still had a great time with it and loved it overall. With that being said, Boy Kills World, we're going to put you on full price, big fella. The music was just not there. It's like I need some music to really get me into this. But I digress. All right. And lastly, challengers. Okay. Hey, so we already know the talk behind it. I walked into this thinking I was gonna support Zendaya, and that's it. That's what I thought when I first saw the trailer. Like, oh, that looks whack, but I'll watch it for Z. I'll do that for her. And of course, hearing more people like hype it up and talk more about it got me a little more excited to check it out. But I still felt like tennis movie, yeah, because I'm not a tennis fan. These the other cast members, I don't know them. They has never acted in like a bad role that I've seen. She's a great actress and has worked on some pretty great projects. So I wasn't worried about that part. But when I walked out of there, I was like, you know what? That was pretty good. That was pretty bomb. I'm not gonna lie. Like, the acting, of course, was there amongst the cast. And I know people are like, oh, it's a big threesome thing. One thing about Zendaya, she don't do sex scenes. Okay? And I love that so much about her. I love that she is not the person that will change her morals or her values for what someone else wants her to do. And she's like one of the producers for this too, right? No, there are sexy scenes for sure, but the actual sex scenes, that's not there. And I don't like that they kind of marketed it towards that, because one, that shouldn't draw people to watch a movie. There's other forms of entertainment that you can consume if you want that fix, and it shouldn't be at the movie theater. But that's just my opinion. But what that also does is that steers people away from it. There's people that aren't into that or don't want to watch that kind of thing and then check it out for that reason. Pretty much what you see in the trailer is what's there. There's not going to be much more outside of that, because it's not focused on that. It's focused on these three characters and how they are working with and against each other in a way, and just the manipulation between all parties involved. All of these people are toxic as hell, and they deserve each other. There's no other way to put that. But Zendaya did a great job of portraying Tashi. Yeah, they definitely wanted to make her look sexy. Like the first shot, I was like, oh, okay, Zia, okay. All right, I didn't know you had all that back there. It didn't look like that in other areas, in other angles. It didn't look like that, but on that, I see you, honey, I see you. They did a good job showing her in that light, for sure, and being this manipulative person. And also the other characters, too. The trio, one of the part of the trio. And I will say the way that it was shot was so good. The way they captured the tennis games and how they played it together and everything was incredible. Loved the music. Love the music. I cannot stress that enough. That's what made me love it. It was smart for them to do that. I know people complain about it being loud to where you can't hear people. I can still hear them, but I like that they did that, because if they didn't, I probably would have been bored. Because, I mean, the acting and the scenes can only take you so far. That music kept me engaged and awake. I'm just going to be real. And then the actual tennis matches, all of them did a great job. Like, I know that they're not professional tennis players, but considering what they had to learn and however amount of time, they did a great job. So I was impressed by that. I don't care if they didn't hit a real ball or not. They did their thing. Now, I wasn't fully satisfied with the end, like how it ended, but unlike Civil War, I was just like, okay, whatever. That's fine. It didn't ruin the experience for me. So with that being said, even though I didn't enjoy Challengers as much as these films here on full price, with the cinematography, the music, and how the tennis games were captured, we're gonna have to get that IMAX. It doesn't have to be on my top for me to say it's IMAX worthy. Challengers definitely gets IMAX. I will say my favorite movie for the month, I'm still struggling. It's between, it's probably Boy Kills World. It was missing a few things, but I had so much fun with that. I think if I had an actual crowd in there laughing with me and interacting, it would have been undoubtedly at the top. But yeah, Boy Kills World, I'll say that's at my top for right now for April. All right, you guys, so that is all. Those are my rankings for April. Let me know how you feel about this new kind of setup format and the tier list that I used. Let me know what you guys think for the movies that I ranked. Are you watching? Have you watched them? Are you planning on watching them? What's the sitch? Let me know. And that's everything, you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Drink your water. Stop playing. Peace. Sure.